Peace and welcome to all of our beautiful, dope crown heads. Y'all go ahead and take this time out right now to like the video, share the video, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that notification bell. That way, you guys can be alerted for future dope discussions. We are joined once again uh, by the glowing black Bruce Lee. Hold on. Shout out to my cousin, my cousin Swarthy Wizard. You know, that's my cousin from another family. He says, "Love you, cousin, but you got the master back in the room, glowing like Bruce. Oh, Bruce Leroy. Oh, so you Bruce Leroy is the name of it. Shout out to you, Swarthy. Now he really was kind of like the black Bruce Lee, wasn't he? Kind of, sort of, but okay. We back with my husband, you guys. He got the Love Your People shirt. We love the representation. Y'all already know how we do. We represent. And we're going to be talking about something that can be a little bit uncomfortable, but necessary to touch on. And it's something that a lot of us don't factor into why a lot of our relationships may very well be failing, right? Some of our relationships are falling apart because we don't keep it tight. All right. And I mean that in every aspect of the word. Okay. Let me go ahead and ask my husband this. My love, would you still, I don't know, be enticed by me? Oh, don't scratch your eyeball. Would you still be enticed or turned on or attracted to me to the same level or at all if I was not keeping it tight?
Nah.
So are you trying to tell me that this love is not unconditional?
I mean, that's part of something that I stand for, stand on. So you're not trying to take care of yourself, like that speaks volumes for me. And exercising and eating right is part of taking care of yourself. So if you're not prioritizing that, like that's letting me know a lot. So it's really that simple. And second of all, like I'm a trainer. So it's like got to make this stuff make sense, especially coming from somebody such as myself. Like I'm actually about this life. I made it a career. You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to be a reflection of what it is that I'm doing. So it's like, come on now.
Mama, I just know you didn't say that you wouldn't be with me still. But
everybody has a preference, man. So yeah, everybody has a preference. So anybody acting like they don't have preference, they lying. So again, I have a preference. I've always had that preference. I'm not about to act like I don't have that preference. You're not taking care of yourself, then you know what I'm saying? You have to make some decisions. I'm not about to stick around for that. Especially when I'm prioritizing taking care of myself.
Are you trying to say I gotta get the kettlebell? Are you saying I gotta had a kettlebell? Is that what you're trying to say? If I didn't have a kettlebell,
first of all,
I wouldn't be Mrs. Bell.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You don't need to swing the kettlebell. It's kind of close, but I'm saying, man, again, it's priority. It's priority. That's something that I stand for. It's principles, morals, and all of that, man. So if you're not striving to take care of yourself, no, like I'm not sticking around for that.
Did y'all hear this? My husband told me to my face, if I didn't swing the kettlebell, I would not be Mrs. Bell. So, ladies, y'all think I'm out here trying to attack y'all and be rude and be mean? I'm speaking based upon my own personal life. Okay, y'all heard my husband say out of his own lips to my face, girl, if you was not keeping this tight, you would not be in sight. That's what my husband said. So don't be on here acting like, oh, she trying to act like, she's exempt and she's trying to act like she's just so perfect and her man is this and her man is that. My husband said if I was not doing my job, he would not. He said, I need to reflect him. That's what he said. And so with that being said, that's a key factor to a healthy relationship, being in alignment with what your husband, with what your man desires. See, a lot of us, we don't want to be honest, right? We want to lie. We want to sugarcoat. We want to act like, oh, no, the man should just take me as I am no matter what. And if he doesn't, then, he doesn't deserve me. That's not the man for me. Girl, please. We got to live in reality. Because let me be real with y'all real quick. My love, I love you and everything, but if the chocolate wasn't chocolating, I don't know if I would be rocking, because when I see you get out the shower, like if I didn't see the pecs and the abdomens, I just don't know if I would have the same level of attraction myself. You know what I mean? So
first of all, that's not why we do it. You know what I'm saying? If you listen, first of all, one of the main reasons why I would leave a situation like that, if you only getting healthy because you think it will attract me or keep me, it's a problem. You're not doing it for yourself.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So I don't keep myself in shape for you. I don't keep myself in shape for my moms. I don't keep myself in shape for nobody but myself. Because I need to stick around. So again, if you only getting yourself healthy because you think it's going to attract a man, or you know what I'm saying, like, nah, that's not cool. And that's why I'm not sticking around for a situation like that. You don't take your health seriously enough to do it for yourself. Like, you motivated to be healthy because somebody else, you feel like it will attract somebody. That's trash, man. So I need to be with somebody. That's taking, like, you need to take your health seriously, man, for yourself. Point blank, period.
I feel that.
Because the moment, like, we not going to be around forever. So the moment the person leaves, then what you going to do? You was only getting yourself healthy to be with this person. You got the person. Then when that person is no longer in your life, what you going to do now?
This is true, Eric. This is true.
Everybody needs to start taking their health seriously for themselves, not to get a wife, not to get a husband. Like, this is something that we all need to do, especially Black people. We suffer from a lot of preventable diseases and illnesses out here. So we need to just start taking our health seriously just because.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? That's just literally what it is. Especially, like, I'm not a woman, you know what I'm saying? So y'all go through a lot of things that I can't speak on. Like, y'all give birth to babies, things like that. So y'all have situations that can mess y'all up physically to where y'all may not be able to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have that.
I'm a bounce back.
I'm just saying, I can't speak on that. Y'all bodies are different in regards to what y'all got to go through. But man, there ain't no excuse for a man to just be out here just out of shape. There ain't no excuse. Like, there ain't no man out here that can give me any type of legit reason in regard, unless it's like a physical defect to where you can't work out and all that. Is no excuse for us brothers not to be taking better care of ourselves. No excuse at all. I have not yet met a brother yet to give me a solid excuse. You know what I'm saying? In regards to why we walking around with these guts.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff got to stop, man. That has to stop. Seriously. Like, that got to stop. And then the women that prefer that, like, that's trash as well. So a lot of women walking around talking about they prefer the man to have a gut and all that. Like, this is garbage. Like, all of this stuff, it has to stop. Like, that's a lot of this is part of the problem because people think it's a preference. So that's why they keeping up this image. Like, nah, I'm not gonna walk around with a gut just because I think women want to see it and they attracted to it. Nope. We should prefer everybody to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's it's simple. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. We got all these preferences, but ain't nobody saying I prefer my man to be healthy. I prefer my woman to be healthy. Like, ain't nobody walking around talking about that. We talking about we want them to have guts and all this type of nonsense, man. Like, forget all that. Prioritize being healthy. When you meet somebody, you should be like, hey man, what's your diet looking like? You know what I'm saying? Like, how often you work out? These are questions that you need to be asking. But a lot of people don't come into a relationship with those type of questions or that type of foundation. Like, when you met me, I was coming with, like, I wasn't eating stuff that you was like, man, what is this dude on at this time? Like, I wasn't eating meat, none of that type of stuff. And I was dedicated to working out. Like, this is the person that you met. Like, I was on that from the jump and ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine if you met me and I wasn't on that. how harder would it have been for you to, you know what I'm saying, adopt healthier habits? Just how harder would it have been?
Yeah, you did inspire me to do that.
That's what I'm saying. So somebody got to come into the situation on some healthy type of vibes or something. That got that type of consistency or something, man. So the other person can see it, and it's like, all right, because it's a healthy lifestyle. It ain't like I'm trying to convert you over to something that I believe in. No, this is health.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody needs to be on that type of vibe in the relationship because it's health. Like if you plan on having chill, like you want them to be healthy. So it's like somebody got to have that aspect.
My love, but can I be, I feel you, my love, and I agree with you 1000%. I just want to add this though. I do feel like it's also important for us to keep it tight for our significant others. Like I want you to be attracted to me. First, I mean, in addition to me being healthy, like I would want to give you something that's satisfying to look at, satisfying to be with, somebody that's, you know, you can be proud to have on your arm. So I just really gotta say that, because a lot of people have it in their minds that it doesn't matter at all about their partner and what they think. It's all about me and what is convenient or comfortable for me. And I think it's important to acknowledge the fact that, you know, you want to do it for your partner's satisfaction as well.
I still don't see that.
You don't see that, my love?
No.
That's why I love my husband. He's going to give me a new perspective. Break it down slow.
It ain't no new perspective. You should not be, listen, that all revolves around you. Like that is what's best for you. That is what's convenient for you. Being healthy, being in shape is convenient for you. You don't do that for anybody else. Like you do not let anybody else be the motivating factor behind you getting in shape, getting fit. You need to do that for yourself, because again, anything can happen to said individual. It's not a guarantee that you're going to be dealing with that individual. And again, once they are gone, now what do you have? That was your motivating factor. Then that person is gone. Now what do you have?
Then you can say, well, I'm in shape and I look good, not only for me to be healthy, but to get somebody else.
I've seen that, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen people that said exactly what these are the people that come back. These are the people that come to me for my services. They were, I was working out when I was with the individual that they was with. Then the situation went south and they let go of themselves. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens. Like I get a lot of those clients that come to me for that. Like you was getting motivated because that's what you thought your dude wanted. Then he cheated on you, and now you realize that it didn't matter, and now you done lost yourself. And now it's hard to get that motivation.
But that's
back.
what I'm saying. That shouldn't be the key factor, but it should play a role.
The people that stay consistent are the people that they don't like, they doing it for themselves. They're not doing it for anything or anybody outside of themselves. Those are the ones that are consistent in regards to training, hitting the gym, and eating right. It's the people that have all these external factors that they inconsistent. They ain't, like me, for example. You ain't gonna never find a period of time in my life where I'm not working out and not eating right. It don't matter who is in my life. It don't matter. Like that is literally how I'm gonna be. So it don't matter who I meet. I'm always prioritizing my health. So again, me doing it for myself is me doing it for everybody else. So I'm doing it for myself. So that means I'm never gonna get knocked off my square ever, because I'm self-motivated to keep myself in shape, to keep myself fit. I don't care who it is that I'm entertaining. That's my way of life. Like that's what it has to be for everybody else. So even if you with me, like I'm going to take care of myself regardless, because I prioritize my health. And that's why you should get a person that prioritizes their health, because at the end of the day, like they gonna stay healthy because it's for them. Like you can't beat that type of motivation.
My love, and it looked good as hell to me.
I'm
like
just
I
saying,
like
that's
look,
cool,
my love.
but I'm saying I'm talking about the whole reason for doing it.
Yeah, I'm with you,
like,
my love. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying another pattern to that is you want your partner to find you appealing as well.
That's cool and all, but like I said, things happen. Like people do all this type of stuff, relationships fail, all of this, and it messes up people's self-esteem. So at the end of the day, when it comes to being fit and healthy, I suggest you don't add this other layer, because when things go south, one of the main, like I'm telling you, people lose themselves because they are motivated by all these external things. So when the relationship fails, that's one of the first things to go is the body. Because one of the main reasons why you were doing it is because that's what you feel like.
My love.
But that's what it turned. That should not be any type of
motivation. You said don't do it at all.
I'm saying being healthy should be everybody's priority. I mean, if you want to have kids, whatever your goal is in life, you have to be healthy to do it and enjoy it.
That's true.
So I don't care what, like, I literally don't care what it is. Like, whatever you want to do in your life, you have got to be healthy in order to enjoy it. If you do it for yourself, again, whoever you in a relationship with, they gonna reap the benefits of that. If I prioritize my health, you're gonna always see me in my best physical shape because I'm self-motivated to do it. I don't need the motivation from the outside. I'm going to work out regardless. So I don't even need that extra layer. That's what I'm saying. When you self-motivated like I'm self-motivated, the extra layer is not needed. Because it don't matter who I interact with. I'm going to take care of myself regardless. You're never going to see me slip because I don't need any outside motivation to keep myself in shape, keep myself fit. It's not even needed because I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do me regardless. It's like brushing my teeth. I gotta work out. Like, this is something I got to do. I got to eat healthy because I'm trying to stick around. So everybody they reap the benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Like, you do not even need that extra layer. When you self-motivate to keep yourself healthy, that's all you need. The person that you with gonna automatically benefit from that. If I'm self-motivated, like, I'm not gonna let myself go, and therefore you benefit from that.
I feel you. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. We are joined this lovely Sunday evening by my amazing husband, Mr. Eric Bell, and we're getting into some relationship talk as far as a lot of our relationships falling apart because we're not keeping it tight, right? We're not prioritizing our health, all right? We're not caring about, pleasing our partners or being appealing to them. All of those different elements are what we're talking about.
And then
today.
it seems people have a preference for the unhealthy.
Oh, goodness,
so
my
it's
love.
Sometimes it's not even about not keeping it right and tight for the person. Like, the partner prefers you to, what I'm saying, be unhealthy out here, man. I've seen some wicked things out here. It's just crazy.
Well, you just touched on, like, a lot of the women saying, I like a teddy bear type of guy, like with the gut. Well, right. What about the guys? It's like, I like my women, plus size, and I like my women big and this, that, and the third.
Exactly, and that's out here. So then what you have, like, I got a lot of examples. So you will have a woman that's on the thicker side, and she'll be with a dude, and I didn't seen it to the point where the dude likes her body type, but she not satisfied with the body type. She not satisfied with how her body is. Maybe she want to lose a couple more pounds, but the dude is like, you good just the way you are. I have seen that situation prevent the woman from doing what she needs to do just to better herself in regards to her health.
Okay, so that proves your point as far as don't do it for other people.
And on the flip side of that, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I've seen people be in relationships where the partner prefers them a certain type of way, but the partner like, man, I don't like looking like this. I don't like feeling like this. I'm about to do this for me. So I done been in a situation where, let's say, the guy is with a woman that prefers the gut, but the dude like, man, I don't walk around with this gut. I don't care what she like. And he gonna find me and he gonna try and get rid of the gut. He ain't really caring what she prefer at that point because he don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? She just gonna have to deal with it. Okay. But I didn't see both of those dynamics, man. But it's like people, and then also people just lacking understanding of, like, weightlifting and just certain things in regards to that. And I done seen a lot of brothers hold some of the women back that want to work out because they feel like, you good just the way that you are type deal. But the one's like, I'm not satisfied with my body. I'm doing this for me. But sometimes when the man's influence is so strong, like, she ain't, like, you know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna come in there and work out and do what she need to do. I've seen that on both sides. Yeah.
So that gave me a little bit more insight into what you were saying. Okay. I feel that, my love. But see, that still ties into keeping it tight. The relationship is falling apart because we're not keeping it tight as far as us being on the same accord, us having the same visions, us having the same direction. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm talking about. For the life of me, I don't understand why it's such a taboo for two people to come together and say, let's prioritize being healthy. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the conversation that a lot of, black couples, they don't have that in the beginning. It's like, nobody, how much money you make, type of car you drive, you got your own crib. Like, but do you have your health though? Ooh. Like, it don't matter if you have all of those things and your health is declining. What does that even mean or matter? We not having that conversation. People more intrigued about what I do for a living. opposed to how healthy I am.
Mm.
You know, and those are conversations that I feel like we need to have a lot more.
Oh, you're right, my love. You're right. But see that again, that's part of us keeping it tight.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, in order to do that, that's gotta be our foundation. We gotta have conversation. A lot of people don't have a conversation, so they get in these relationships, and it's like people start. And I just seen some crazy things, man. These people get in relationships and don't nobody prioritize health. And next thing you know, people getting bigger and bigger. And they like, hold on, man, what we doing? Like, what am I doing? And then you get one of them, they'll start working out. The other one getting jealous because they didn't got themselves in shape because they don't have that common ground in regards to taking care of their health. I've seen that. You know what I'm saying? They'll be 5 years in, and a woman or the wife would be like, man, you know what? Hold on. You know, we've been sitting around doing nothing. I gained 20 pounds. I need to go work out. They'll go work out. Mm-hmm. Then they'll start getting themselves in shape. Then the dude's sitting around getting jealous of the discipline and the commitment and maybe the new attention that she's getting from taking care of herself. Well, if they had this common agreement, if they had the conversation in the beginning that we gonna both prioritize our health, then it would have never got to that point because they would have been working out together and eating healthy together from the jump. So if y'all ain't on the same accord with health, then what's gonna happen is years in it, one person gonna realize, hey man, I need to do something. While the other person gonna be like, oh, I ain't doing it. Because y'all will be hard pressed to find where both of them is kind of click at the same time where we need to make changes. More than likely, it's gonna be one of them that realizes and start doing what's necessary. And from my experience as a trainer, more time, like, it's mostly the women.
Mostly the women that what?
That be like, all right, it's time for me to
do something.
It's time for me to go to the gym or something. Oh wow, like the dude will be doing whatever it is that he want to do. So from my experience, it be the woman.
Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. We should have 303 likes. All right. That's true. That really is true. But you've also talked about in the past where a guy has done that too.
Yeah, that's a, you know what I'm saying, exceptions to the rule, but it's rare.
So why do you think that is then? That you would see mainly women doing that? I
look at it honestly, man. I feel like it's stubbornness. You know what I'm saying? Because just even in my line of work, it's a lot of just when it comes to working out, when it comes to fitness and things like that, man, dudes be thinking that they got it all figured out. You know, they think, again, like you will see when you go to the gym, you'll see these dudes working out. For the most part, they're gonna go in there and work one body part and then just go eat whatever it is that they want to eat. I just feel like dudes are more stubborn when it comes to just fitness and health, man, because again, they feel like they got a lot of this stuff already figured out and can't nobody tell them anything. The women are more open.
I would say it would. My opinion would be this, my love. I think it's because when it comes to women, a lot of our quote unquote value is, you know, revolving around our appearance and how we look. Versus men, it's more so about your career, your finances, and stuff of that nature. To where you guys probably don't really concern yourself so much with image more than women. Because women, we're seeing other women that are, you know, they got these bodies. For one,
dudes out here doing the same thing. They buy.
Mom, do not play with me.
They buy. Dudes are concerned with the image. It's just the weight. That's why I say they work like upper body and things like that. Like they concerned with having the big arms. It's like we just have different preferences in regards to how, like if a dude go to the gym, he gonna work his arms, he gonna work his chest and things like that. He gonna call it a night. Long as he feel like he got some big bulgy arms, he feel like he good. And for the most part, that is what's being preferred out here on the women's end.
Just some, I don't want no stick legs and big body.
That's why they doing. Obviously, people are preferring that because that's what they out here doing. It's a reason why dudes will go in there and all you see is them doing the chest and the arms. Like that's the Then when a woman, she goes in there, she's just lower body. You know what I'm saying? She working the glutes and all that type of stuff because that's what's in. But for the dudes, it's always been, I'm just gonna have these arms and I'm just gonna work my chest and things like that. That's most of the time that's what you gonna see.
That's gross, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to quit that. And y'all and stop playing with me. Like, ain't nobody buying abs.
It's out
here. Who is buying abs and how?
It's out here. Trust me, it's happening. But the surgery. So the women get the surgery. On the male side, the equivalent would be steroids.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Performance enhancement drugs, things like that. A lot of dudes be juicing and stuff like that. That would be the equivalent on the men's side, you know, taking steroids to appear to be a certain type of way.
But don't that mess with your
It
penis?
messes with a lot of stuff, man. It makes you irritable, angry. Like it just messes with a lot of things. Dudes need to stay away from that.
Don't do that. Look, y'all, I don't want no big bulky dude, and then it's done mess with something, and it's like you
It's
got all
more
this
so-
bulk, and it's like, nope, no, we're not doing that.
The anger, the temper thing is what you mainly would need to watch out for when you're dealing with the steroids. Like it messes with your temper. So a lot of dudes you can tell, man, because if for one you have like pimples on your back and stuff like that, but they be angry, man. It's just
Why make you angry?
It's messing with your hormones, man. So it's like the testosterone is crazy, man. So you just getting physical and aggressive because it's just increasing the testosterone in you. So that's why you will see a lot of them dudes taking steroids, juiced up, and they just aggressive and just angry and wanting to get violent.
Whoa. Like Johnny Bravo.
But I done had, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't just had it like dudes, man. I didn't just been as a trainer, man. I done had situations to where you will have a couple and I'll be talking like the woman, like she want a trainer or she, you know what I'm saying? She knows she need help.
Mm-hmm.
She admits like, and that's when I think that's partially what it is. Again, with dudes thinking they know everything. So like a dude gonna go to the gym and just think he know how to operate everything. A woman is like, man, I don't know what any of this in here means.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there makes it easier. She's coachable, as they would say.
Okay.
Man, it's hard. Like I done had a situation where I'm like, you know, the woman, she like, man, I don't know how to use this stuff. I don't know how to do it. Dude think he know everything. Whole while I'm hearing what he is telling her and it is incorrect. And then I try to chime in to correct him, and it's just like, I know what I'm doing, like this, that, and the third. So it's like dudes just be thinking they know a little too much, and a lot of them are not coachable. Women, like when they go to gym, they are intimidated by like the equipment and things like that. So they are coachable and they know, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Right. So when it comes to fitness, like these women will admit, I don't know. A dude gonna think he know what he doing until he get hurt, until he hurt himself. And he still might not change his ways. And that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just the culture that we done brought up in. Dudes think that probably because they done played some high school sports or something that they don't need no help in the gym. Like that's the biggest key for me, man. It's like we get help for everything else. Like if your car break down and you ain't an expert on fixing cars, you go find a mechanic. The same applies to being fit. Like I feel like everybody needs assistance in regards to fitness. Like I feel like everybody can afford to have assistance. Find the expert. A lot of times the dude ain't gonna do that. He gonna think he got it figured out.
Okay.
Like trusting the experts, but women, they more open because they just admit, like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I tried to follow the YouTube video and I don't know what's happening. I need help. Dude ain't gonna come out and say that. It's just that pride, man. A dude ain't gonna come out and be like, man, I don't know how to use these machines. Man, a dude to break his back trying to figure out how to use a machine. You know what I'm saying? While I'm sitting there and I'm gonna try to have my shirt, it say trainer, and a dude to be sitting there trying to figure out something so hard, he won't say nothing. Woman would be like, hey, sir, how do you use this? That's the difference, man. Like dudes just got to get out of that type of mentality, man. It's cool to, like, you know what I'm saying, seek assistance, especially from another man.
So shout out to the women that are doing what's necessary to keep it tight, be in shape, be healthy. Because I'm gonna be honest, my love, I'm seeing a lot of women, more specifically, just be like, you know what, you know, you should just accept me for who I am. Like they're wanting to stay in that lazy kind of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, and they will actually shame you for telling them to get in shape or keep it.
It's called fat phobia. You know what I'm saying?
My God.
That's
like this is what they're doing.
Talked about it. This is the science of fat phobia. First of all, they have said if you work out with the sole goal of burning fat, you have fat phobia. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I call trick knowledge. So basically, if we go to the gym right now because we trying to prevent ourselves from becoming obese, we have a phobia of being fat, which I'm cool with that. I don't want to be obese, but that's that's what they have done. You know what I'm saying? So now they making it. And then also, if I'm a trainer and I come up with a program, and if I promote the program as a fat burning program, again, that's considered fat phobia. Like I can't be kidding me. I can't word it like that. So of course they promoting that. Like they want us to be lazy, they want us to be unhealthy. So they gonna say, all right, if you promote anything that says it's fat burning, it's fat phobia. So yeah, they encouraging that, man.
But I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. That is because I really want to drive this home, my love, with this, because it is something that is a problem. Like a lot of us, we're not prioritizing our health, like you said, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, we are so comfortable with just being as we are and on the decline at that. And we have it in our minds that we can still obtain, you know, these quality men that are, you know, providers, protectors, leaders, or whatever, just like this ideal man by just being the worst version of ourselves.
And then, I mean, right.
You know?
And then on top of that, what people don't understand, like, even if you say you should accept me how I am physically, that doesn't mean that you don't work out. Like you can literally, like you see people in the gym all the time that they in the gym almost every day and their bodies don't change because they not like you don't. That don't mean I don't work out. Like you can still work out even if you tell somebody, man, you should accept me how I am physically. Like working out is one part of the equation. Like you could at least be still doing that. But people don't be understanding like the actual science of working out and things along those lines, man. Like that don't necessarily mean working out. If you satisfied with how your body is physically, cool. That don't necessarily mean I can't work out because your body might not drastically change. Like you got to actually put some thought into programming and things like that for your body to actually change the way that you may want it to. But people think, well, I'm satisfied with how my body is, therefore I need to not do anything.
Right, and then it gets worse.
Right, and but what I'm saying is like people have this conception about what working out actually does. Like it's plenty of people. You'd have been in the gym with me. You done seen people that be in the gym all every day and they body ain't never changed.
Yeah.
So like that don't mean you just be lazy. Like if you cool with how you're like, listen, I'm not.
I don't have a problem. Like if you're in shape and you're just maintaining,
I'm just saying, whatever.
That's fine. But usually people, like you said, just they still out of shape and you it's no improvement whatsoever. But if you are trying to maintain what you have and it's good, then great.
Everybody needs to be working out like at least 25, 30 minutes a day. And again, I don't care if you said it, you should accept me for who I am, cool, but that don't necessarily mean not work out. Like that should be a habit for everybody.
But see, and my love, I'm gonna be honest, I've had people come to me. I've had men come to me and they're telling me about their wives. And, you know, it was like, Danica, when I got with her, she was slim. You know, she was taking care of herself. Like, that's what attracted me to her. And once we got married, all of that fell off. And, you know, I'm trying to tell her, like, hey, baby, can we go to the gym? Can we do this? Can we do that? And she's feeling attacked. And so now they come to a point in their relationship or their marriage to where like he's kind of like wanting to leave. And the woman feels like that's shallow or, you know, that's weak of him. He should just be accepting her for how she is. That's what really kind of makes me want to go that route with the conversation, because a lot of us don't realize that we are, by us not trying to maintain and sustain, you know, what actually reeled the man in or the woman in, you know, we got to keep doing those things to actually keep them. We just can't say, well, you know, I got you now, and now it's about you just accepting me for who I am, even if that means me being lazy, not taking care of myself, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting because I literally had a total opposite experience in person in regards to like my clientele. Like my clientele is mainly women.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like 95% women. So the cases that you have mentioned in regards to the dude being with a woman and they get married and then she lose herself and things like that, like
mm-hmm.
I get the total opposite of that.
I get the total. So we both are getting the flip. I'm just saying,
it's like just what I'm doing though. Like even the ones that I have that are married in their relationship is literally the wife or the woman that's working out, and the dude is sitting there with all the health complications. Like with the man, I done literally had to give few of my women clients some books to help they do get up out their situation. And it's already the knowledge is already out there about the life expectancy for it. Like the man is shorter than a woman, so a lot of the black men are not taking care of themselves. And this is literally, if I wrote all my clients down, like a lot of them are in relationships and situations, and mainly is the woman that's working out while the dude is not. And he has complications, he has health problems. He the one need to be in there.
And I get the flip.
But I'm saying I do this though. And it's been like that since I've been doing it. Like it ain't never been different.
This is why everybody needs to get this work. It's why everybody gets addressed. Okay, that's why men and women get addressed.
Even when the situation was flipped, it was other factors involved, which is why I say I don't speak a lot of times on women. They didn't have babies, and then you have postpartum, like that's real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So postpartum depression. So I have to explain to some of them brothers like that stuff is real. It ain't just that simple as to tell them, you need to go to the gym. Like that's a whole little process.
Right.
So even the situations that I had where that happened, it was because she had kids, and it was the postpartum situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's literally the only time that has happened where that has been the case. Is literally been a case where she has had kids, and it was literally like postpartum depression type deal. And then eventually some of those women even came up in there and got it in and started to get it in. So that has literally been the situation. But as far as a man and woman being in a relationship, getting married, and no kids are involved, and she just lost herself,
or they grown, like they have grown children, and like it's nothing to do with I just had babies and I'm going through postpartum. Like it's just like she just got lazy over the years and she just didn't care.
So then every situation I done seen like that, it wasn't just one. Both got lazy. Like every situation I done seen like that, it's both of them got lazy, and they sitting there, they blaming one another, really.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I didn't see. You may, again, the exception to the rule. You may see where, all right, this one party got lazy and the other didn't, and then you might find that. But for the most part, it's like when 2020 hitting, COVID hitting, all that, like it was collective. Like we were just sitting at home eating whatever we wanted to eat. So it was both parties involved, like 90 or 85 to 90% of the time. So it's just it's weird that you say that, because I literally, as long as I've been doing this, it had been the total like opposite. Or you would have a situation. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Sadly enough, you gonna run into a lot of single mothers, and like you gonna run into a lot of those situations here, because that's common around here. So a lot of times it's rare for me to actually run into like a married person. Like I'm dealing with either a single person or like a single mother, or somebody that's like dating. For the most part, it's rare that I run into somebody that's actually married. But when I do, every time that I ran into that situation, dude is the one that is all bad.
Really?
Because I'm gonna be honest. Now I don't fool with Western doctors. I don't fool with that. But what I will say is the women, they get checked on more than the dude. So they be kind of knowing what's wrong more so than the dude will. You know what I'm saying? Because they go get stuff checked out more than we will go. Yeah. So a lot of times they know what's up with themselves. So they know when they have problems. So they able to get ahead of that problem. The dude, by the time the dude go get checked out, man, it's you full blown whatever it is that you trying to reverse and prevent. Yeah. So a lot of times we'll dodge getting checked on in regards to what's happening with us, man. We'll be dealing with a man to be dealing with something internally, knowing something is wrong for 5-10 years and won't be saying anything, just muscling through it. Woman, man, as soon as she feel like something is off, she going to get checked out. Like, I'm finna go get this checked out.
And that's something for our brothers, though. Like, men, please start taking your health more seriously. You know, because a lot of y'all are like the head of the households. You guys are the ones that are providing and protecting and leading. And so y'all definitely have to make sure that y'all health is on point. Because if you fall, like, come on, you guys, like you got a lot of people relying on y'all.
And listen, I'm not promoting Western. I don't promote that. I'm saying we can go find a holistic practitioner. You can even order stuff off Amazon to check cholesterol levels, check your blood pressure, little stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That is what I am talking about. A lot of times we will neglect these things, but a woman, she, for the most part, when something is wrong with that woman, like she a little nervous, so she gonna go get something checked out. Just from my experience, like from my experience in the field of like training, that is what I have ran across.
Yeah,
you know that, and the main and one of the main problems that the men face is alcohol. consumption.
Oh, okay.
Which is what you got, why you got these guts, beer bellies, literally. That's one of the main problems that these men face, like cannot let go of alcohol. Every brother that I train, alcohol is a problem.
Now, my love, that's a problem with the ladies too.
No, it's a problem with the ladies, but that has mainly been the problem with the men as far as them letting it go. Like when I have the man client and a woman client, and they expressing to me how bad their diet is, the woman is more open to letting go of the alcohol. Like from my experience, the woman to let go of the alcohol way faster than the man would. The man gonna think I'm working out, I'm gonna drink this alcohol, I'm gonna drink this beer. So from my experience, when it comes, they both drinking the alcohol, but the woman is more likely to cut back.
Okay.
Way more likely to cut back. She may still do it, but she's not gonna do it at the level of the man. Like it's gonna take that man. It's gonna take a traumatic experience for that man to be like, man, you know what, I'm gonna cut back on his drinking. Or it's just gonna take for him to be just really dissatisfied with his body. Like, man, I'm getting tired of this gut, won't go away, and he gonna realize that, man, I need to stop this drinking. But the woman, when she initially comes to, she first thing she'll be like is, man, I drink and I know I shouldn't be doing that. The man almost gonna be trying to shield that reality, like it ain't nothing. Like, I drink, but it is what it is. Like he not even gonna really be guilty. He's not gonna feel that guilty about the drink.
Fellas, let me tell y'all something. Ladies, and again, I agree 100% with my husband when he says that we need to be prioritizing our health for the sake of our own longevity and our peace of mind, body, and soul, and just for our overall well-being. Yes. But let me tell y'all something. Ladies, we like something good to look at too. I don't know about y'all ladies, but I don't want no beer belly. I don't want that. I don't want no big, I don't. Okay? I don't. Been there, done that, can't do it, So the same things that I'm talking to the ladies about as far as keeping it tight to make sure that, first of all, you're healthy, like my husband said, but also, to keep your man, come on now, sis. Our men want something good to look at just how we do. So, fellas, y'all need to be in alignment too, keeping it tight for us too. And I don't think that y'all really care about that too much. And y'all need to, not only for your health, but, we want something good to look at, my love. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I hear that. And like I said, man, it just boils down to listening. I can speak from experience. I just don't like when it comes to this topic, I really don't like when people that's not in the field start talking. Because it's like I'm in this field, so I'm still like, so when dudes come at me with some of the nonsense in regards to what I say about health, because a lot of times it revolves around me telling these men they need to start listening. They not like when I'm talking to a group of women and I'm like, hey man, you need to start fasting, you need to start doing X, Y, and Z. A lot of them listening. Mm-hmm. When I'm telling dude the same thing, man, the dudes be straight knuckleheads, like they hearing what I'm saying, but they not implementing it.
Okay, so do you think that has something to do with men and their egos?
That's part of what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's really part of what I'm trying to say, especially if it's coming from another brother. Like right. A lot of times they hear what I'm saying, but they not listening. And I will have situations to where the dudes getting frustrated, they wait ain't doing this. It's like, man, did you do what I said do? Now I'm not saying every woman listens to what I'm saying. Right. Of course you're gonna have women that not. I'm saying percentage wise, I'm more than likely to get that woman to listen to like, hey, you need to fast, you need to not eat X, Y, and Z, you need to not eat at this time. More likely to get that through to her than the dude. It's gonna take me, like, I'm gonna have to treat that dude honestly like a child.
Damn,
like that's my experience. And I'm like, I do this. I've been doing this for a long time, and that has been the way that it is. Like a lot of dudes, like I got dudes in my family, my pops. You'd have been around in these situations. Like you've seen it to where just even personally, like my mom, you can see it in my mom that she'll want to do certain things as far as eating, but my pops is the one like, nah. You done seen this personally. You didn't heard people like my brother. You didn't seen it in my personal life that the women is like, hey, I can do that. I don't need to eat this. You done heard my mom say she don't need to eat meat. How many times? You didn't been over there personally. You done heard that. But what would my pops be like?
Yeah, you need to eat some of this meat.
Exactly. So when a dude thinks he knows something, like it's hard to convince him otherwise. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like when it comes to health, if you not in the field as a man, please just listen to the expert and shut up and stop thinking you know everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like a lot of brothers just tend to think they know everything, and you can't tell a lot of brothers anything, man. Like that was part of my growth, me humbling myself and listening to what we call an enlightener, but listening to a mentor, listening to another man tell me, man, hey, like you need to think about implementing this. You need to think about like I trusted other people. I trusted other men. Like for us to do better collectively as men, we got to start doing that. If that's not your field, man, let another brother that do this guide you, man. Like that is not a problem. You know, if you're not in this fitness space and somebody is doing this for a living, like that person is an expert. Focus on what you need to focus on. Focus on your craft. Listen to the person that's mastering this, that do this for a living, that deal with your body type, that deal with brothers, that deal with, so like, listen to somebody that this is what they do. Stop arguing all the time. Like brothers want to argue. They want to debate with you. Like we not here to do that. I've been doing this too long, man. If I'm telling you something, I'm telling you for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a lot of like, it's hard getting through to these brothers, honestly.
Brothers, please.
They think they could just bench press their way out of a situation. Then a lot of them, they know what they should not be doing. It's just like they just won't stop doing it. And then it make it even worse almost when like a brother tell them not to do it. Oh, then I'm really about to do it now. So it's like we got to stop with the stubbornness and we got to stop being ego driven. Like the ego could be a benefit, but when you let the ego drive you, now it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? So like, listen, like control and tame that ego. Control and tame. It's okay to not know everything. It's okay. Like it's okay as a man to not know something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's some of the things that I deal with in this space, which is why sometimes you can't even like when the dude, like my pops would go to like the doctor, man, he'd sit there be arguing with the arguing with the doctor and things like that, man. So it's just like, man, sometimes we gotta learn how to just tame that ego as brothers, man. That stuff be getting in the way of our growth and development.
Yeah.
Like we sit here and die before we listen to somebody just try to point us in the right direction. Like it's not that serious.
Yeah,
man.
brothers, please take your health seriously and start taking heed to the messages, because again, we need y'all around too.
And that's what it is, man. All that bench pressing is cool, but somebody didn't put it in your mind that you need to eat meat and that makes you manly. And then another brother can't tell you anything in regards to that. Like, we gotta, we gotta unlearn some things. We gotta deprogram and then reprogram. Mm-hmm. So brothers gotta, like, the ego is real bad when it comes to like the health and fitness and things like that. Because even what you mentioned in regards, like you got the guts, but even when they prefer dudes to be like kind of big and in shape, they still do it in an unhealthy way. You know what I'm saying? They taking all these protein powders that they shouldn't be taking. They taking steroids. Like they do that the wrong way.
Or they eating a bunch of junk.
Yeah, they eating a lot of junk. You know what I'm saying? Or they just eating the wrong foods to attain that goal. You know what I'm saying? They didn't made being a healthy man like a taboo, like in regard, like just the way that I eat and maybe my body type. Like again, I was once real bulky, a football player, but now I'm more so cut, lean. It's like a lot of times dudes don't be trying to be on that type of frame. They trying to be bulky. They trying to have their orange bulging out. In order to do that, they're going to be telling you to eat a bunch of nonsense that you don't need to eat and things like that, man. So we just got to be.
But that's the same thing with the women because we want to be thick.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of these women opting for surgery over even putting in the work. And that's a whole other problem that I have. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole other problem that I have.
Ooh.
So the surgery thing, that's a whole other problem. Like I said, when it comes to fitness, I got my problems with the brothers because we ain't nobody perfect anywhere.
Right.
And I got my problems with the sisters. My main problem with a lot of the sisters is just the surgery.
Now, why you got a problem with surgery? Because again, like they're going based upon what they feel like men would be but then attracted to.
My thing is do the knowledge to the logic. Being a logical person. Most of these surgeries, the fine print is you get the surgery, you gotta do certain things to maintain the body. The things that you have to do to maintain the body is what will get you the body in the first place without having to do the surgery. Even if you get weight loss, like I have seen the detrimental effects of like weight loss, like the weight loss surgery, shrinking the stomach and things like that. Like I have seen some very bad situations in regards to that. And it's almost like forcing you to eat in a way that if you would have just did that without getting the surgery, you would have lost the weight naturally anyway. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, when people get the surgery, in order to maintain that body, you're going to have to
do what you're supposed to do.
You're going to have to work out a certain type of way. You're going to have to eat a certain type of way. Or else 10 years from now, you're going to look gross. Yeah. Just like a dude, if he takes steroids, like you can tell the person that took the steroids, because once they get out of their prime, once they get older, it looks horrible. It looks horrible. Yeah. It looks horrible. So the surgery, it's like for instance, I have people that get the weight loss surgery or talk about getting the weight loss surgery. This is what they do now. If you are a certain weight, they tell you that you have to lose, say 40, 50 pounds just to get qualified for the surgery. So I done seen people, they lost the 50 pounds to get qualified for this. If you lost the 50 pounds on your own, you can lose 100, you can lose 50 more. So I didn't see situations like that. It doesn't make any sense to do that, man. And then I've seen women get the surgery, weight loss surgery is what I'm speaking on now. I've seen women get the weight loss surgery, let themselves go, and they end up putting the weight right back on.
Yeah.
So it's like that. You just spent all that money just to stay in the same spot, basically, or get back to the same spot. It's pointless.
Wow.
It's pointless, man. So the surgery is my biggest issue. Like, I can't stand surgery. You know what I'm saying? Because all the money that's being spent there.
It could be going to a personal trainer, eating better.
Like
all of it.
The person gonna pay all this money for a surgery is the same person that's gonna say I can't afford to buy organic fruits and vegetables.
Oh, my love, I know you ain't go there.
It's the same person, but they may have all the latest Jordans that will come out, and they got $15,000 to pay for surgery. But then when I say, all right, man, you need to eat organic, they go like, I can't afford that. It's too expensive. Like that will be the same woman that gets the surgery. I guarantee you that she will say that. And I guarantee you her and her children eating a bunch of fast food, eating a bunch of nonsense. But she got $15,000 to spend on some type of surgery. Like that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. And it's partially selfish. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a sacrifice. So if you got kids and you're a woman with kids, plural, you got kids, you have children. You know what I'm saying? And you spending $15,000, you have to make sacrifices. And I guarantee you part of that sacrifice was taken away from them and their health. Guaranteed. You're like, I mean, we got a budget so I can save this $15,000 for my surgery. We got it. We're going to get this McDonald's tonight. I guarantee you that was part of the sacrifice. Because that's a sacrifice. I know some of the people people ain't sitting on $15,000 just to throw away like that. I know it. You had to take from somewhere in order to save that $15,000. I know that for a fact. I know that for an actual fact. Like people, I understand. I work in banking. I work in gyms. So I know what people are doing out here with their money. You know what I'm saying? I know the sacrifices that have been made in order to get surgery. And a lot of times it takes away from the children. You know what I'm saying? So that's selfish. You feeding your children McDonald's and trash food so that you can save up money to get surgery. Like like you be honest with you, you are a trash human being if you're doing that. Like that's garbage. You making your kids suffer, you passing down bad habits for a surgery. You can get these results without having to spend all that money.
And then let's not even sleep on the fact that you can get the surgery and all of that, but then you still are unhealthy. So you look good, but you're unhealthy.
They're gonna be unhealthy. Like that's an automatic because they're not changing nothing. So they're gonna automatically be unhealthy once they get the surgery because now they got the body. So it's like, oh, I really don't need to eat better now. They wasn't eating better before the surgery, so they're not gonna eat better once they get it. So that's automatic. However they was before they got the surgery, they're gonna be that way after they get the surgery. They're not gonna change. So that's why I be trying to tell people. And then we ain't even talked about the fact that one of the side effects of some of these surgeries could be death. So now you can lose your life and now the children are motherless because you wanted to get a bigger butt. You know what I'm saying? Like how that's going to sound for how that's going to sound. Yeah, my mom, she passed because she got surgery trying to get a bigger butt. Like that's the type of legacy you want to leave behind. Like, nah, I'm not like, I don't condone that. Like that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible. And you know what I'm saying? So when women come to me and they mention it, I tell them don't say surgery, right? Don't say that. You know what I'm saying? You got to just be willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
You know, which again, you got to put up fights there, but it's like just be willing to put in the work. Put in the work, you're gonna feel better about yourself, man. Cause you did that. You didn't pay for it, you built that. Like you did that. You ate the way you were supposed to eat, or you ate the way you were supposed to eat, and you worked out how you were supposed to work out. Gonna be way more proud as opposed to I went to the DR, I went to wherever, and I spent $15,000 and I bought this.
Yeah, and like I said, like you're gonna have the same elements and stuff like that anyway. So you might as well just do what you need to do. And I love what the queen said earlier. She was like, because that kind of ties in with the like relationship aspect of it, because we kind of went off on a tangent. She was like, you know, the love making is better when you're in shape, when you're fit. Like so ladies out there getting these surgeries and stuff. Well, you know, you're still probably gonna be out of breath. You know, you're not gonna have the stamina that you need to have and all of that. And so that may be taking a toll on your relationship because, you know, while you look good, you're not gonna feel your best, you know, and that goes for the men as well. You know, make sure y'all are taking care of yourself because that could be factoring in as far as your relationship being on a decline because, you know, men not keeping it tight, it ain't gonna get up right. Okay, and you're not gonna be able to perform your best. That can have an impact on your relationship. Am I wrong, my love? Like that's the thing. Yeah, people not keeping it tight is messing up sex. It's messing up people being attracted. It's messing up your whole life for your own personal sanity and sake. Like all of that is important as far as keeping it tight for a relationship. Because we're relationship based platform, and so we got to tie it into relationships. That's something that, you know, we sleep on. Like we don't take into consideration the effects that not taking care of ourselves can have on, you know, everything within the relationship to make it succeed or last. And sex is big, my love. Like a lot of people don't really like. A lot of people complain to me about sex as well. It's like, oh well, you know, it's not this, it's not that. And women have complained to me in the past even about their men having erectile issues. And that's because when you boil it down, he's not keeping it tight. He's not watching what he eats. He's not exercising. You know, he's not doing things that he needs to do to make sure that he's maintaining and sustaining an erection. That's important. That can mess up your whole entire relationship.
Right, which is exactly why I have the problems that I have with dudes. It's hard to get a dude. It's hard to get brothers to realize exactly, like, because in order to fix that situation, it's gonna be a certain way that you have to eat.
You gotta eat.
You're gonna have to let some of these manly foods go because that's contributing to that problem. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I have a hard time convincing brothers of that. But brothers ain't gonna come to another brother and express that is a problem. Like a dude ain't gonna come to another dude and say, you know what I'm saying? I had a few cases where dudes then felt like they trust me enough to bring that information to me, but for the most part, it's like, man, you don't want to tell nobody that.
Yeah.
But it's like surprisingly, I've had like a few dudes that be like, hey man, like this problem, what can I eat? Like I know it's tied to my diet. What are some things that I can eat? You know what I'm saying? So surprisingly, that is happening.
So what do you recommend that they eat to keep it tight and right?
It's plant-based, like 100% plant-based. Like if you go plant-based, you eat your greens. Like greens are some of the best foods you can eat for that particular situation because it's a blood flow situation, man. So when it's a blood flow situation, you got to stay away from the foods that like hinder the blood flow. And a lot of that are the toxic form or the acidic form or the acidic foods. So you want to stay away from any food that's acidic or overly acidic. And you want to eat more alkaline forming foods because that'll help with the blood flow. Because that's what the situation is. So you talking about your fruits and you talking about your veggies and things like that, man, that's helping the blood flow. So you got to detox and cleanse. Normally, when you hear words like detox, cleansing, you hear women talk about that. But brothers need to do that too. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, you need to cleanse and you need to detox. But a lot of times when I hear the words detox, cleanse, I'm hearing women talking about that. And I'm hearing women doing detoxes and cleanses. Like that's not something that's feminine, brothers. Like brother need to detox and cleanse just like woman need to detox and cleanse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's like brothers need to get out of that line of thinking for some reason. I mean, brothers might be doing it, but I don't hear a lot of brothers saying, I'm detoxing, I'm cleansing. Like when I hear that, it's women talking about it. And I detox and cleanse. I'm gonna fast. I'm gonna do all of that.
Any tips on gaining proteins if you're a vegetarian? Wouldn't that be like
gaining proteins? Well, if you talking about protein consumption, that's essentially easy to get. If you eating enough calories, you're getting your proteins. But hemp seeds, any type of bean that you can imagine, lentils, split peas, spinach. We all know about Popeye the cartoon. He ate spinach. Like spinach is a decent source, but man, the hemp seeds, lentils, split peas, and quinoa is also a pretty good source of protein as well. It's a lot of other sources, but I'm not about to name them.
Yeah, so yeah, you can easily get protein from being plant-based.
And then last thing I want to say is the women that's getting the surgery, please stop blaming that on men. A lot of times the women are not getting this surgery because they think that's what we like. Dudes don't like none of that. Dudes don't like artificial butts. Like that's a lie. That's a myth. And we most of the time we can tell when it's fake. So a lot of women are competing with other women in regards to surgery, and that's a fact. Or a lot of them are influenced by women around them, and that's why they're getting the surgery. Peer pressure is powerful. So we not finna blame the brothers. We not about to say, we getting the surgery because that's what these men like and want. Nowhere you about to find a group of men talking about something we like artificial butts. We don't like that. That's not what we like. It's just not it. It's not a fact. A lot of times the women around them getting the surgery and they like how they looking and they getting envious and they getting jealous and they want that same thing. They feel like that's their competition and that's why they getting it. Stop blaming everything on dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. We the easy scapegoat, but a lot of these women are getting the surgery because of the women around them that's getting it, the peer pressure, and then the fact they feel like that's competition. Don't blame us for that. Like, don't be blaming us for that. I talk to a lot of brothers, and ain't no brother that never told me I like a woman with a fake butt. And most of us can tell when their face just look, you can tell, man. You can tell. So most of us can tell, and I ain't never heard a brother to this day have a conversation with me and admit to liking something that's fake, like a fake butt. Nah, I ain't never heard that.
You like fake titties, mama?
No.
Me neither.
You know what I'm saying? So
we keep it natural, okay?
So that's some nonsense. A lot of times this stuff ain't got anything to do with like us men. It has everything to do with the women around you. You see other women doing this. Oh man, she got surgery. Look how she look. I'm finna go get it. So nah, man, we ain't gonna do that.
I'm like, you was not gonna out these women like this.
I'm doing it because what they out us, they blame us. They ain't finna blame me for that. You gonna blame me for getting that? It's my fault. That is not my fault that you want to go get the surgery. Like, nah.
It is your fault because you like big booties.
Nah, we didn't know. You said big butt, you didn't say fake. You know what I'm saying? Again, you can tell something is fake. Like, that's what the point I'm making. Like, ain't no dude saying like a fake butt. Just because a dude may have a preference for a big butt, don't necessarily mean you want a fake big butt.
Okay, so
you know
if I know that you like a big butt and I'm not genetically blessed with that,
then
I gotta
you
go
move on.
Purchase one.
You move on because there's brothers that have different.
No, because
not
I
every
want
brother
you.
like a big butt.
Okay,
that's
but
your
I
fault.
want you.
That's your fault. You shouldn't be that naive. You should not be that naive and gullible. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, every brother don't prefer that. If you can't get over your lust for a dude, you know what I'm saying? That's your problem.
No, that's your problem. Because
that's your problem.
The men that I like,
that's
the men that I want, like big booties.
All these preferences.
My booty is on Asian.
All these preferences that we got to deal with as men coming from other women, and we just got to eat them. Y'all better eat that. Like, if you liking the dude and you not his preference, then move on. Don't go get no surgery. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been to. Hey, a lot of people rejected me because of my height. I need to go do something to try to get taller. Like, move on. Hey, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So learn how to move on. Don't go get surgery to try to get the dude. That's your fault. Like, that's your fault. Like, that's your fault.
Yeah, and y'all be trying to come at me.
Got to get rejected.
Y'all see my husband? He is a mess.
We get rejected on physical characteristics all the time, and we just gotta eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all go get surgery. Now I got the butt. Like, don't do that.
Also, you can't get a surgery for your penis.
Man, listen. You can get that, but how many brothers is running around actually getting it compared to the amount of women that's going to get the surgery? The everyday average women. Like, I'm not talking about celebrities and things like that. I'm talking about the everyday average working woman. More of them are getting butt surgeries and fat transfer. Like, more of them are getting that than dudes getting any type of enhancement to that area, man. Like, I'm telling you.
I can't. He in here snapping on me. I don't know what to do.
Like,
I don't know what to do.
We're not gonna do that. We the scapegoat. We the punching bag for a lot of things.
Oh, yeah, not gonna do this.
A lot of decisions that they are making.
So
I'm just saying, just admit you getting the surgery because you done seen another chick get in. You like the way that she looked, whatever the case may be. Don't be blaming you.
I'm trying to keep it tight for my relationship. That's why I got the surgery.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give people a prime example of surgery and
that's
how
what they gonna say, my love.
No, I'm gonna give people a prime example of scapegoats. I'm gonna use Little Kim as an example.
Oh, no,
I don't recall
you're
nobody.
You're not gonna do Queen Bee. You not
no, I am because I don't. Everybody, the consensus was always Little Kim was never ugly.
No, she was beautiful.
So we got blamed for her though. They all ain't wasn't no dudes wasn't telling her she was attractive. We literally men got blamed for Little Kim messing herself up. That is the agreement to this day. Little Kim messed herself up because men. Like we even got blamed for that. We got blamed for Little Kim. Like I am not lying. We get blamed for Little Kim. I remember when Little Kim was bad. I was little, but I remember all the day nobody was saying Little Kim was ugly. I don't recall.
I don't know what to do.
Oh wow, Biggie at the time, everybody called him Biggie ugly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, we not finna be doing that. Like we got blamed for Little Kim.
Y'all hear her?
We got blamed for Little Kim. Like that's how the men get. We got blamed collectively. Collectively, we were getting the blame for Little Kim messing herself up. That's what happened. Like that's we be the scapegoat for stuff like that. Oh, well, y'all wasn't telling her what? These dudes, man, it's dudes that still dudes don't even listen to women MCs, but they be listening to Lil Kim. You know what I'm saying? Dudes was rocking with Lil Kim, man. Like, nah, they ain't finna do. We be that punching bag.
That's true.
A woman make a decision right now today that's a celebrity, and they gonna blame the dude. Oh, well, dudes must not have been telling her. Like, no, we not gonna keep blaming dudes for that. You know what I'm saying? We just not gonna keep doing that.
Ladies, we telling y'all to be healthy. Okay, we didn't tell you go get a booty. We didn't do that.
That's you know what I'm saying?
We didn't do that.
That's it.
Sean says, is it possible, safe, and healthy to just go from eating meat to not eating meat? Will there be some type of body reaction? Yes, it will be a body reaction.
It's gonna be a body reaction no matter how you really go about it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've been on this planet more than 20 years and you've been eating meat for them 20 plus years, like eliminating that is going to do some things to your body. You know what I'm saying? And I tell a lot of people to expect that. It's detoxing and cleansing. When you first detox and cleanse, like you're going to feel bad before you feel good. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think that that's a sign for them to go back to the toxic ways. That's not what it is. Your body just removing all the toxins.
Yeah, so you're going to feel a little nauseous. You're going to feel lightheaded. You probably going to get headaches.
You're going to get sick.
You're going to get sick.
Flat out. You might get sick for a month. You might be sick for a month, depending on how toxic you are.
Yeah.
You might be sick for a minute. Like I was down bad a few times when I was transitioning.
But please stick to it. You know, don't say, oh, I feel bad. Let me go back and get some bacon. Like, no, let me go get a chicken wing. Like, no, you got to stick to it. Because I'm telling you, like, your body is just going through this detox. And so it's just removing all of that waste from you. And I'm telling you, you're going to feel so much better once you actually, you know, get over that and you start putting the right foods and drinks into your body. You're going to feel so great. You're going to feel light. You're going to feel free. You're going to feel clear. Like everything elevates, you know. So don't give up. Don't get discouraged because you start to feel sick. Like that's normal, you know. And again, like my husband said, depending on how toxic your body is, the longer that will be for you. I'm not going to lie. I think I felt sick for probably about maybe 2 weeks. Maybe I wasn't that bad.
I mean, you know, just like I said, it depends on the person. But yeah, I was down bad, man. I mean, I had like diarrhea and everything, man. I was down bad for about a good week. You know what I'm saying? When I initially was transitioning, so.
Yeah, it's usually a woman thing. Yeah. Yeah, this is a mess, y'all. It's a mess.
And just like I said, being on the front lines in this field is horrible.
It's horrible, Mom?
It's horrible. People don't understand how unhealthy Black people are. Like we are very
Black
unhealthy.
people,
like,
please.
We are very unhealthy.
Can we please get healthy, y'all? I know we probably look good some of, but we gotta take care of ourselves.
When y'all look up the top 10 killers of people in this country, like 75 to 80% of that list can be easily prevented by changing up your diet. I do not like that word, but changing up your diet and exercising. So we are literally killing ourselves. Like that's literally what we are doing.
Wow.
Like that is like it's literally suicide. Like and people don't ain't understanding that. Like literally, like a lot of this stuff is easily prevented. Easily. Like you name me any condition and it is easily preventable.
But see, that can tie back into our topic too, as far as relationships falling apart. You know, we're not keeping it tight, which means that we're not taking care of ourselves, and then we're dying.
And then on top of
and
that,
then our relationships and our family structures crumble from, you know, people not being around to take care of things.
And so just imagine the traumatic experience. You taking care of yourself, I'm not, and you got to watch me go through and suffer from a disease. What that's going to do to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's traumatic. So if you with a person, it's in your best interest to take care of yourself because again, I don't want to put you through that.
Right.
I ain't taking care of myself. So now you had to see me suffer with diabetes at 30.
Yeah.
Man, that's traumatic for another person to see that, to witness that. Like, man, I had to watch my wife and my husband suffer from this disease, from this ailment, and you knew all along in your mind it was because of bad choices. Right. Like that's traumatizing. So if you with somebody, man, it's best that y'all both be on the same accord, so y'all don't have to watch the other person. Like that's not a good experience, man, to see that, especially when it's somebody, you know what I'm saying, that you connected to. Like that's not a good experience, man. So that can be traumatizing. Think about that when you with somebody. Like just think about how like they gonna have to take care of you. Like that's stressful, man. So you gonna essentially be turning them down, man. Like if you had to take care of me, like that's stressful. No matter how much you love the person, man, that's stressful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's stressful. Like what if you got kids and then your partner, like now they sick because they wouldn't take care of themselves, and now you gotta take care of them on top of taking care of the kids. Stressful. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta consider all things, man.
Yeah. Because it does. Us not taking care of ourselves is having a direct impact on our families. You know, us having the 2-parent households, like Chantel likes to talk about, us having, you know, just more stability and security overall, and happiness, peace, you know. And so we definitely got to take care of ourselves. We got to keep it tight on all fronts, on all levels, you know, not just the weight, you know, and the body and everything. But I love that my husband took the conversation a little bit further. You know, we talked about, you know, being healthy for the sake of you, and, you know, having longevity. So that's very important, you know.
Like I said, I'm a little bit passionate about this because I just see where we at with it, and it's not that pretty. It's not a good look out here, man. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, man. We got a long way to go in regards to like our health. Long way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
And every time we don't take care of it, we pass it down to the next generation, and then they pass it down, and then they pass it down. So like at some point you got to be like, all right, I'm about to start taking care of myself so I can break these generational curses. And that's the main generational curse that we need to be focused on breaking. The health. You know what I'm saying? We got to focus on breaking that joint.
Yeah. Y'all like the video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. We really do. How many likes we got, y'all? We should have at least almost 500. Don't play with us. We're dropping gems, giving y'all some insight, some clarity, you know, some jewels, some inspiration, some motivation to take care of yourself, because that's really what it boils down to, you know. And like my husband said, when you take care of yourself, that's taking care of everything and everybody around you. Because if you're good, we're gonna be good. But if you're down bad, we might all be going down bad. All right.
And it's a lot of us down bad.
Damn.
I'm trying to tell you, we are not in good shape. Listen, we're not in good shape collectively, man. We not in any type of shape collectively. Like we not in the best shape, man. As far as that realm of reality goes, health and fitness. Like we are struggling in that realm. And that's the most important realm of reality to me, like health and fitness. You can make all the money in the world. If you're not healthy, like you're not gonna be around to enjoy it. So it doesn't matter. You know, so we got a long way to go. Even people that you think semi doing things right got long ways to go, man. It's a process, man. A lot of people don't know how, or some people do know how complicated this process is. Because when you try to do right, first thing that's gonna happen is the people around you trying to talk you out of doing right. You know, so you gotta deal with all of that. You know what I'm saying? And as Black people, we bad for that. You know what I'm saying? You got the family member that's trying to do right, then they come around to function, everybody making fun of them. And that's that pressure. Like, well, I ain't got time to be dealing with that, so let me go ahead and eat the pizza just to shut everybody up. Oh, wow, you know you shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
But you just tired of all the joking and all the bashing and all the questions and all of that, so you eventually cave in. So, man, we just got to do better. When you got people around you that's dedicated to that lifestyle, respect it. Don't make fun of it.
Yeah. I like what Mr. Dan said. He says relationships fall apart because we get into them for the wrong reasons from the start. Men and women nowadays look for partners to support their bad habits. They often confuse people with their bad habits for true love. So if you can accept me and my bad habits, you know, then that means you really love me. You truly love me. Versus you trying to make me have adjustments and changes, then that means you're not accepting me for who I really am.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I always say you got to really evaluate a situation, because if a person is stuck in their ways, like, and you come in there and you trying to change those ways, like, you might have a problem. Because I didn't been in situations, or I didn't seen situations to that point where a woman, like, she have the habit of drinking or going out every so often, get a drink. Then she'll get with a dude, and the dude like, hey man, you don't need to be on that type of vibe, like the way you own it. Like, that's really not attractive. Mm-hmm. And then they look at that as something controlling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, that's literally somebody looking out for your health.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's trying to make me change the way I eat and make me go.
And that's why exercise. I say, now, if you got a person that already prioritizes their health, then they not feeling attacked.
Right.
They know, like, I shouldn't be drinking, you right.
Mm-hmm.
Now notice what I said. A person that's prioritizing their health but still out here drinking. Me and a person that knows, like, I need to be healthy, but they still indulging. Like I said, ain't nobody perfect. So you probably know in the back of your mind, like, I need to do better, but you still out here indulging in some things that you done been doing for a minute. But when you got the person that's like, drinking is who I am, that might be a sticky situation, and you might not want to walk into that situation because you might have problems with that person. Because that person, like, if anything, like my man said, that person is going to want you to go out and have a drink with them.
Yeah.
You know,
and indulge in the bad habits too.
Somebody going to have to give.
Right.
Somebody going to cave in. So you really don't want to walk into a situation like that, honestly. Like, if you somebody and drinking ain't your thing, and you don't want to be with somebody that's out here drinking, and then you come across somebody that you may be interested in and they out here drinking, and you present it to them like, hey, might want to limit that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, like, I don't like that. It's not good for you. And you break it down, and then they look at that like an attack. You have a very critical decision to make.
Okay, so let's go there for a second, because maybe we both were in a situation when we first started talking to where we were both drinkers. And now we're together, and, you know, I'm starting to realize, hey, I want to change up some things. It's not healthy anymore. And now I bring it to you, and I'm like, hey, let's stop drinking. Like, how do you handle something like that, to where you both were in a situation where you were practicing bad habits? That could mess up a relationship too. Because now you're trying to keep it tight, but they're like, well, you're changing up, you're switching up. This is not even who we were.
So, and again, with that, the reason why I say I'm leaving that situation, because it ain't like I'm trying to convert you to a religion. Like, I'm literally saying what we doing is killing us. Like, we need to change. Like, if you can't accept that in due time, like, I got to go, because I'm not gonna be here. Like, I don't want to kill myself. So it's like this to me. Like, health is too serious for that, man. We've been drinking. And it's like, man, and maybe the reason why I came to this realization is because I'm having complications. I'm like, dang, man, I ain't feeling the best, man. We kind of might need to change. Like, this stuff is, like, damaging us. And we all know this. When you drink alcohol, like, everybody knows the effect that this alcohol has. So we ain't no idiots. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in a relationship with a person and y'all 5 years in, and 5 years later, you like, man, you know what, man, we need to slow down on the drinking. if you give like if the man presents that and the woman is giving him lip about that, man, I'll probably suggest just leaving, man, because like that's gonna hold you back and it's gonna hold you down, man. Okay. Because you need that support system when you're trying to make those type of critical decisions, you know, and that support system is everything. So if your person that you with every day can't support that, like you gonna have to, because you're gonna go right back to those bad habits. It's easier to go back to those bad habits than it is to form new ones. So if you with a person that ain't making it easier for you to form those new habits, like you're gonna have to just go, man. You just gonna have to do it because you're gonna go right back to those bad habits because you're gonna be around all the triggers. You're gonna be around all the triggers.
So even if the person is like, well, I'm not trying to make you, change. I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. Like you don't have to drink anymore, but I'm gonna still drink. Would you still encourage somebody to leave a relationship like that, or
the way that I like? This topic, I'm a little bit more hardcore on this topic, just simply because some of the things that I know, like with the alcohol, it's just too damaging. Like I would, especially if I'm a man and you are a woman, and let's just say we ain't had kids, we plan. Like I'm gonna start thinking about all that. Like, hey man, you might want to start taking care of your body. Like if you plan on having these kids, if we plan on having children, like we need to start forming these better habits. Like I don't want those bad habits going anywhere near your kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start looking at the situation like that. And with that being said, I'm probably gonna end up having to leave, man, because again,
okay, let's say you got kids.
And again, when the realization is made in my mind, like we got to get everybody on board, because that's just gonna create a major conflict. And again, we trying to break generational curses. We ain't breaking the generational curse if it's 1 against 2, 3, or 4. So if I'm just the one doing right, and then the wife and the kids ain't doing right, like who really breaking what curse?
So then you're gonna leave.
That's what I'm saying. Like that in
my say he leaving, y'all.
Well, that's because that's my preference. Like, and that's the way I'm going to look at things. I really value health. Like I'm just keeping it real. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna leave instantly, but if you're not making any strides to clean up your eating, we got to, like something got to give, man. Because again, I'm not trying to convert you to a religion. I'm literally doing something that's gonna keep us around. So I look at that differently because it's being healthy. Like that shouldn't even be an argument. Like we shouldn't have to be wrestling with being healthier. So like I'm gonna start asking questions like, man, why don't you want to be healthy? Like that ain't gonna make sense to me. Like that's not logical. You literally I'm gonna start looking at it differently. Like you literally are signing yourself up for like disease and ailments. Like that's how I'm gonna start looking at it. Like you are literally volunteering to be sick.
So y'all hear my husband, right? He said he'd leave me if I was sloppy. Is that what you're saying, Mala? And I wasn't trying to get my stuff together. And I was just comfortable being there. He said, he would leave me if I wasn't trying to be on the court with him. Like this is how men operate, y'all. It's no nonsense. You either get with the program or you get lost.
Dudes get left all type of stuff all the time. So
here he go.
I don't find it problematic for a dude to have a few things that he'll leave for. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't find that problematic. You know what I'm saying? Some of us have, dudes have a standard, ain't a crime,
He said men can have a standard. Y'all hear this, ladies?
It's just called a foundation. Like there's some dudes out here that have core principles. Like, and if people are not in alignment with them principles, like it's cool for a dude to be like, all right, hey, I told you what it is, and you're not trying to live accordingly, then I'm gone. You gotta have them. Like, or if what is it, man? You know what I'm saying? Stand for nothing, you fall for anything.
Look, y'all. Look. Ho. This is what real masculine men do, ladies. They're not just gonna sit there and tolerate dysfunction and women that's not trying to get in alignment and get on the program. Come on now. So when I'm saying these things on my platform, it is not to attack you or make me above you. I'm speaking from my own personal experiences. My husband said he would even leave my ass. Do y'all hear me? Come on now. Y'all be thinking, oh, she just trying to shit on us. She just trying to put us down. No, I'm speaking on what I know. I live this stuff out. Like my husband is not lying. Like this is what he does. And I want my brothers to be the same way. Like if a woman is not going to be on your same page, if she's not trying to get with your program, you gotta go. And that can sound so harsh, but it is what it is. Because like my husband said, like women, we have our standards all day, every day. And the moment that you don't meet our requirements, we get up and leave after 5, 10, 20 years. And we don't care about how much time, money, and effort you put into us. It's like, nah, you're not what I want you to be right now. So I gotta go. So come on now. This is not just me saying something out the side of my neck. Like, no, this is real talk. And I live it out. This is why I keep myself in alignment, right? This is why we keep ourselves in alignment. This is what a relationship requires. It requires us to get on board with our men and do what they feel is necessary. As long as you're following behind a righteous, wise, intelligent man, that's all that matters. You have to get on his program, period. And fellas, if she's not, please go. Please go. Like, y'all see my husband sitting here in my face telling me this. We started off, he was like, oh, hell no, I wouldn't be with you. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Like, so come on, y'all. If I can take it, you should be able to take it too. Again, this is why we got to stay in alignment. We got to keep everything tight and sealed, period. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, it ain't nothing. Yeah, it ain't nothing else that I can talk about this all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people hear what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people subscribe to the philosophy of unconditional love. Like, I never believed that.
Oh, talk about it.
I'm just saying everybody loves people on certain conditions.
Oh, okay. Talk about it.
No, that's just an actual fact.
It's an actual fact, but go ahead. Because we live in this world to where, again, you just got to accept me for who I am. I don't care if I don't keep it tight or nothing.
I feel like the only time you may express that unconditional love is like your child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that might be the only time, or maybe your mother or something like that, or your parents, things like that.
Not for me, shit.
I'm just saying that may be
not situation. My parents. Like, now if you ain't, hell no.
But other
my
than
kids,
that,
sure.
Other than that, I don't believe in that. Never have. You know what I'm saying? There are always conditions to where if some conditions are not met, person is gone. You know, I don't subscribe to that unconditional love. Now, I feel like that's a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, I hear my husband now.
Because first of all, like I said, everybody has preferences. You know what I'm saying? And those are the conditions right there.
What's the mathematics, my love?
I'm just saying, man, hey, it's the preferences, man. Whatever your preferences are, those are your conditions. But I feel like everybody has conditions, and women definitely have them. So it's like it's almost a taboo when the dudes start talking about the conditions.
Okay, not accepting trash, period.
Yeah, so it's almost like that's what they like. That's how they view dudes. Like, we pretty much are viewed in a light to where we accept anything or anybody that's throwing something our way. Like, no, like it's dudes out here rejecting. Man, listen, it's dudes out here that do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the commonly held belief. The commonly held belief is that if a woman wants us, she can get us if she look a certain type of way. That's not the commonly held belief. Like that may be happening to undisciplined, like, you know what I'm saying, boys and things like that.
But for a grown man,
like we not really concerned about that. And you know what I'm saying?
So what are they concerned with? What are grown, masculine, assertive, knowledgeable, wise men concerned with?
What do you stand for? Like, what do you want out of your life? What is your mind like? Like, what are you thinking? Like, all of that type of stuff.
What would you like for a woman to think?
Right. I'm telling health. Like, what is your perspective on health? Okay. What is your perspective on like financial literacy and things like that? Like, what are you striving to get out of like your career? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you into the knowledge and wisdom and things like that? And what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? That's part of legacy.
Women are looking for the man to take care of that. Don't be asking about my career.
See, legacy. Legacy. Like, that's what we talk. When I say career, I'm talking about the legacy. Like, what is your plan for the legacy? If you plan on having children, if you don't plan on having children, what is your legacy? Like, what do you want to leave behind for the next generation to say, well, I was here. It ain't just the fact that I was with him.
That's what women
like.
want.
How do you view yourself?
If you were a millionaire,
so it's coming to like, I'm dealing with your self-image. How do you see yourself? How do you see how valuable do you think you are? Like, how do you see yourself?
I'm a boss bitch.
Right, you're gonna have to elaborate on that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say that. First of all,
That's what they say.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to elaborate on that.
Well,
see, now you
they don't even know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know. I can't even make up nothing. That's so damn dumb to me. I can't even elaborate on. I don't know what that is.
Because basically, and people got it misconstrued. It ain't like when somebody say, okay, the man is supposed to be the provider and things like that, and the women, like, first of all, even if you bring children into the mix, okay, so what they are saying is, all right, we're gonna go to work, we're gonna make sure everything is taken care of at home. You with the children. What are you supposed to do with the children? Teach the children. So if you don't have anything to teach, then what are you doing?
So you gonna leave me, my love? I'm gonna teach the babies.
What are we doing? Why am I finna go out to work, make sure everything is cool, and you teaching them how to twerk? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you need to have something to teach the children. Like, I need to make sure you embrace knowledge the same way that I do, because then you're not finna teach these children what's right and exact. So no, like, nah. So part of us saying that is so you could be with the babies if that's what you desire to be. You got to be able to teach them something. You know, so that's.
Did you just say that they are not teach baby how to twerk?
I'm just saying, like, that type of stuff, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they knowing about all of these garbage rappers before they know anything about like a Malcolm X or something like that. Like, that shouldn't be happening, but that's on us. But if you don't value these type of things, like, they finna be learning about all the ignorant stuff out here before they learn anything of substance. And now we got a problem.
My legacy is twerking. You know, yes. That's my legacy.
Well, if you got a son and you trying to pass that legacy down to your son, that's a problem.
Just Jay need the mathematics, my love. So that's 19.
We ain't.
Hold on, so that's 19.
We ain't.
9 plus 1 is 10, so that's 1. That's the knowledge.
Man, what?
Break down the mathematics.
Who is saying something about who said something about the math?
Just Jay. I need the mathematics for today. I
mean, a proper way to break down the math, like the proper way to break down the 1 and the 9, it is knowledge, born, all being born to knowledge, cipher, all being born to knowledge.
Oh, okay,
that is the way that you properly break that down.
Okay, so how you see that? How you see today's mathematics, my love?
Man, I done broke down the 1 and the 9 in regards to the foundation. So the way I break down the foundation in relation to what we talking about, having a strong foundation. Mm-hmm. When you make that foundation, like being born means to bring things into existence. So when that strong foundation is born, that makes you a more powerful black man. I'm talking to my brothers. That makes you a more powerful black man. And you bring that to the cipher. The cipher is the woman that you're dealing with, and y'all come together and create a universe, having the children, having the babies, and that's going to solidify your foundation.
Peace.
So having that strong foundation, bringing it into existence, that's going to make you stronger as a man. Then you bring that to the cipher, which would be the women and children, that solidifies your foundation. So that is the breakdown.
And there you go, Just Jay. A lot of people are like, what are they talking about? The mathematics.
If you want to know that, you can hit me up.
Hit him up. If it went off your head, then it just went for you today. But if you know what we're talking about, you know what we're talking about. All right. But there you go, Just Jay. But yeah, so that is true. So that speaks to something differently or something deeper as far as women keeping it tight. You know, outside of your body and your aesthetics, like what is your mind on? How are you keeping your sanity? What are you learning? What are you implementing to your life? What are you able to pass down? Because
I'm gonna give y'all a jewel. See, dudes, this is what y'all brothers, this is what y'all gotta understand. When you like, let's just say that's the structure. Like, you go out to the world, deal with all the stuff that's out here, and she's home with the babies. Let's say that's the structure, hypothetically speaking. You gone. You gotta trust the woman that you leaving the kids with. Like, you gotta trust that she gonna be teaching them what's right and exact. Like, you not there. So you gotta make sure you get with somebody that's trustworthy and y'all on the same page in regards to things to teach, like the foundation, the core principles. Because when you gone, anything can go down. So you got to make sure you are with a trustworthy woman. Okay, I'm gone, but she gonna be teaching the babies exactly what I would be teaching them if I was there.
Mm-hmm. She's keeping it tight.
Because I done seen situations to where it's like, boom, all right, dad. So, but then once dad leaves, teaching the total opposite of what they agreed upon. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, the kids turning against the father because the father wasn't there, but he trusted the woman to carry on the message, to be the enforcer, and it didn't happen. And so next thing you know, 5 years have passed, and whole while you think this going down, it's not. And now you trying to tell the kids certain things, and they going against you. It's like, well, hold on, I thought you was telling them this. I thought you was teaching them that. And now your kids have been turned against you. So you got to make sure you get with a trustworthy woman if that's your structure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that is important. Because I got to be able to, if I'm not there to teach them, I got to know that she's teaching them what I would teach. Because we on one accord. I can't be like, all right, I'm gone, but then you teaching them something that I wouldn't be telling them. And then I come back and now I'm arguing with them. I'm arguing with everybody. Like, that ain't healthy. It's not healthy. Mm-hmm. So, and I've seen stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a healthy way to live. So y'all got to be on one accord, you know?
Y'all got to keep the unit tight. See, it all goes back to what we're talking about, y'all. Everything. You know, relationships fall apart because we're not keeping the family structure and the unit tight. Everybody has to know what's going on, you know. Just in here clowning. It says, my woman is Jamaican, so we had that talk on eating Caribbean diet often. That style of eating is carb heavy. At 48, she is still built right, but she knows to pull back from me because I like her fit. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Having a woman that's going to be in alignment with you and keep that tight for you. Okay. Keep the structure tight for you because that's what you desire. And I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with doing something because your significant other enjoys it or is pleased with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
And part of the problem is that we, as men, we have been programmed to not comment on a woman's weight. You know what I'm saying? So that is a problem too. We condition. They tell you that all the time. When a woman asks you something about her weight, don't say nothing. Like, we gotta drop that conditioning. It's like, say something. You know, but that's how we have been conditioned. If you about my age and older, that's how you were conditioned. I don't know if they still teaching that, but I know that's how I was taught. You know, and that's actually bad conditioning. Like, that's actually bad advice. That's terrible advice. And that's how your woman will end up, you know what I'm saying, losing herself and things like that because you keep saying nothing.
My love, so if I got out of shape, you would say something to me?
Man, listen. All the time because that is my
love, what you got?
At some point, now I'm not gonna stress myself out, but at some, like, I'm gonna plant the seed, but it's like at some point, like I said, you're gonna have to just be able to motivate yourself and do it because I can only say and do so much. I can't make you do anything.
Okay, well, if I don't do nothing, you're gonna leave.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. At that point, you are letting it be known that you really don't care about yourself. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with you. You don't care about yourself. So why I think you care about me?
Oh, okay.
So I'm gone. Like, I'm gone. Like, you letting me know that I don't care if I be here or not. So why would I think you care about my overall health and well-being? I'm gone.
Look, my husband is not playing.
Like they said, Goody Mob said, you gotta respect yourself before I can.
Ooh.
Part of respecting yourself is like taking care of yourself physically and mentally. If you're not doing that, like, I don't know what you liable to treat me any type of way. And I ain't got time for that. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? If you with a dude and he ain't respecting himself and caring for himself, you better watch that because he sure don't care about you. So, like, I'm doing that because you simply don't respect yourself, love yourself, know yourself, care for yourself. I can't be in a situation like that because I don't trust you at that point. You don't trust, like, you don't love yourself enough to take care of yourself. Like, why would I trust you?
Damn, my love.
Like, that's
pretty deep.
Like, that logically doesn't make any sense to me. So a lot of people look at that as being grimy. Like, nah, it really is what it is. Like, you literally do not care about yourself. So it's like what do you think about me? Like, I don't. That's the way I view that is like, that's the way I view that. Like, if you don't take care of yourself and you don't care about yourself, then
by default,
definitely you do not care about me. You can't. Okay. You know, you can't love me if you don't love yourself. Like, you can't skip that. Like, that's math. Like, I don't love me, but I love you. Nope.
So I want to know this though. Like, so if I got out of shape, my love, how would you come to me and bring that to my attention?
First of all, the truth comes to the light. So when people are out of shape, even if you are on the surface, you appear to be in shape.
Mhm.
It's little things that you're gonna suffer from. Like, I may not have to say anything, man, but you're gonna come, like, it's gonna be things I may notice, man. You know what I'm saying? You may be moving a little bit slower, you may be getting fatigued, and it's little stuff like that. And when I notice them things, I'm like, hey man, it's time for, like, you might need to start working out. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you went down them steps and now you dead tired. Like, that's not good. It's just not good. Like, it's time for you to like.
So you
routine,
wouldn't
man.
comment directly on my appearance. You would go after something like an ailment.
For the most part, that's what the ailment could be, weight gain. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, if you
Okay, but I'm saying if I was physically out of shape,
right. So right,
how would you handle it?
Physically out of shape and being obese, two totally different things. Like I said, you could be physically out of shape but look like you're good.
Okay, I'm obese.
Right, you are becoming obese because
Okay,
like I'm not gonna let you get to the point of being obese. So what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, by that point, like, I didn't messed up. Like, I didn't let you gain 50 more pounds in my presence.
Okay.
No, like, I'm like, hold on, like, you like what you like 10 pounds, 15 pounds, that's noticeable.
Mala, I was 10, 15 pounds, and you said I was fine.
You was 10, 15 pounds from where you listen, the weight in I ain't gonna expose the weight on here, but the weight in which you were at was a perfect weight to be at.
You can expose my weight.
I'm not they don't need to know that, is what I'm saying. But the weight in which you were at was a perfect weight to be at. That you were talking about when you was at the 10, 15 pounds, man.
I was at 147.
Right. See, because I don't go by, it's a lot of things I don't go by, like BMI, stuff like that. I don't go by that traditional scale. You know what I'm saying? I don't go by that. Now, when you get to 155, 160, now we are having problems. But you're right around that.
Okay, so you're saying I wasn't in like a zone to where it was like alarming.
Because listen, technically, according to their charts, at my weight right now, I'm obese, like I'm overweight. Like, obviously, no. Like, my weight right now, like a $150, according to like they charts and things like that. Like, I'm overweight. Like, nah, I don't go by that, man. So at the 147, it looks differently on the individuals. And I was telling you where you was at that particular point in time. That was cool weight wise. Could have just like toned it up, meaning you could stay at the same weight. It's just more muscle. But that weight in and of itself is a solid number. You could just tone it at that number. Now, you want to get down, it's cool. I was saying 147 where you was at, you can just tone it right there and you will be good.
But see, I want to be healthy.
Right, which again.
And so by default, I shed weight.
Which is not a problem. I was just saying where you was at currently at that time, you stay at that weight, just tone it, make it more muscle.
Or I want to be healthier.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's all about.
So,
but when you start getting to, you know what I'm saying, the 155, 160, and then the body fat is steadily increasing, like that is just that's
then you gonna say something.
That's a problem. You not like, it's just a problem. You know, it's a problem, and that's me looking out for you. Mm-hmm. Which again, I would hope you looking out for yourself. I would hope you see the number on the scale going up and like, oh snaps, I need to do something. Like, I'm gaining weight.
Well, I it wasn't necessarily a number on the scale. It was more so of like, you know, getting a little flat.
Well,
I'm like,
I was just talking about just becoming obese. Like, one of the ways you're gonna truly know that is if you getting on this scale and you seeing the number go up. You know what I'm saying? So when you get on the scale and you're like, well, hold on, man, it keep going up, it ain't going down. Like, this is a problem. And normally women do be doing that. They acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all, contrary to what they out here making people believe, like, y'all do feel a certain type of way about y'all weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you seeing that, like, especially if you were once small and you start seeing that number reach levels.
Well, it's like half and half with that though, my love. Because some women just like, this is who I am. Right. I embrace this.
Notice what I said. Contrary to what they trying to make us believe out here, women can. Because why are you, like, when these women are out here, like, they doing that for a reason. Because they trying to build the confidence that they know is lacking there. You know what I'm saying? Like, every woman feels a certain type of way about her weight. Yeah. Which is why they trying to go so hard to make it acceptable, because these women feel a certain type of way.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So contrary to what, even if they out here loud and proud, when the cameras are off, they like, man, I really actually, you know what I'm saying, want to be healthy. So nah, like nah.
Well, all I know is, my love, I'm gonna keep it tight because I want to be healthy first.
Right. And
like you said,
and that's all it is.
And I want to make sure you know, ain't got no ED when it come to me. You know, I don't need no erectile dysfunction. And he was just fine before I took my clothes off. Like, I don't want those kind of problems. You know what I'm saying, my love? I want to make sure I'm still able to keep up with the keep up, if you know what I mean. So all of that, my love. So I think this was a dope discussion. I thought we learned a lot. We hit on different things. You know, thanks to my husband for his professional skills and, you know, everything, his knowledge. But yeah, holistically, we need to keep everything tight within our relationships to make sure that, you know, we're thriving, we're building, we're growing. That's really what's lacking, is the fact that, you know, we don't keep everything as it should be. We just kind of let things just fall apart and go haywire. And we need to actually have structure in order when it comes to our relationships in all elements, whether it's your health, the love that you guys share, your mentality, everything matters. You know, you got to keep everything tight, you know, everything, you know. But however, we did want to hit on the weight and the health aspect and the body aspect, because a lot of us, we do sleep on that, or we just sweep it under the rug and act like, you know, it's not a big deal. You know, it is what it is, because I'm sorry, obesity and being out of shape and unhealthy is what's normal now. And so we have to get that out of our minds to normalize those things. No, it's not cool, you know. And again, it can have a direct effect on our relationship. So let's just take care of everything. All right. Everything needs to be taken care of holistically. Keep it tight holistically, right? You got something you want to add before we get up here, my love? I gotta cook. So
I'm straight.
All right, my husband say he's straight. And just to clarify, y'all, my husband say if I was not on my P's and Q's, he would leave me too. All right. So that's why I'm out here practicing what I'm preaching now. I'm not just telling y'all what y'all need to do. I'm doing these things too, because I got to keep myself in alignment, and I also got to be in alignment with my man. Okay, period. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Y'all be sure to head on over to Mr. Eric Bell's YouTube channel as well and subscribe to him. And we'll see y'all in the next dope discussion. We should be going live again Wednesday. Wednesday's gonna be a treat for y'all. We're gonna have, hopefully, we're gonna have Crimson Cure, Miss Kendra D. We're gonna have Chantel, and hopefully River is able to join us too. All right. And, you know, I might drop some more links. We just never know. But it's going to be a dope collaboration on Wednesday. So y'all come on back. We want to thank you again, my love, for spending your Sunday with us, you know, dropping jewels. We always appreciate my husband because he's always busy. So thank you for, you know, taking time. See, he tired in the mud. That's why I love you, my love. Don't worry. I'm going to take care of you. Okay. Now I'm going to take care of you, my love.
Sleep,
don't worry. Don't worry. You're going to go to sleep, my love. Don't worry about it. But we appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much. I'm getting ready to run my commercial. Y'all go and get my book, Submission is Not the Enemy. It is indeed a key factor to a healthy relationship. And again, I'll see you guys on Wednesday for one of our dope collaborations. Much love. Peace.
Submission. Okay, let's be honest. We've been programmed to hate that word. Want to change that and tap into your feminine energy at the same time? You can. Introducing Submission is Not the Enemy. A basic yet powerful book written in simple language, practical, and easy to digest. It's your first steps on your journey to perfecting the woman inside of you. Available at Amazon.